Hey, what's up guys? This is Martin here from Kodiak. You know what time it is, man. We're recording a new video, broadcasting to you live from Poland. Welcome back. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's debunk one of the biggest lies there is about looks. And I'm sick and tired of reading the stuff on the internet. Looks don't matter. How many times have you all heard this phrase before? I can tell you from experience, it is the biggest lie there is, if not one of the biggest lies that men are being told about dating in general, or life. The fact of the matter is, we're all always going to be judged based on how we look. And a lot of people want to negate this. A lot of people are like, looks don't matter. It's not about your looks. It's about your personality. It's about your kindness. It's about how nice you are and all these things. Yes, it matters once you get to know the person. But initially, in those first 3 seconds, right? Because that's usually the time that you're going to get for people to judge you. Initially, they're going to look at your looks, your face, your appearance, your body, your hair, and everything. So it makes total sense to invest a lot of time into your looks and be physically attractive in a way. Now, I'm not saying you have to be a Chad. I'm not saying you have to be a supermodel or anything. No. But you have to be presentable because you're always going to be judged based on how you look. It's just like with money. People are going to judge you regardless. And since I've transformed myself, I can tell you that people are treating me very differently. Not just women, because that's a byproduct. You're going to get a lot more attention from women, from all different types of, spheres in life, from all ages. And it's going to be irrelevant. And also, men are going to treat you differently. People, because it's your facade, it's your representation to the world. It matters. And every single guy out there who wants to say that your personality matters more, that your kindness is more important, your friendliness and all these things. No. They don't matter if you're not good looking. Because I've seen it so many times in my own life with a lot of different people. People who are extremely kind, they're very giving, they're very nice and everything, but they always get treated like complete dirt. And it's not their fault. It is because they're not taking care of their looks. Right? And you don't have to do a lot of things today. Get lean, take care of your hair if you have hair, guys. If not, shave it off or get a hair transplant. Look good, exercise, take care of your skin. I don't have the best skin, but, work out, get lean, be presentable. Because it's so important today, especially with this digitalized world that we live in. It is crucial because how people see you is how they're going to perceive you. I wouldn't say it's everything, because that's a little over the edge, but they definitely matter a lot. And there's a whole bunch of studies that say this thing. According to a whole bunch of studies, most women find 80 to 90% of men unattractive physically. And that's ridiculous to me. Because with men, it's the complete opposite. Even if the girl is kind of average looking, she's very mid, she's still going to be attractive to a big portion of men, to a huge chunk of men. But with women, it's like reverse in a way. So you have to take care of your looks if you want to have success in life. Not just with women, but in life. Men who are good looking usually earn more money. They're a lot more successful financially. They get more chances in life. They get more opportunities. They, you're not going to be judged as heavily as compared to your uglier counterparts. And yes, I may sound very shallow and surface level when I say these kind of things, but that's the real deal. That's the world we live in, unfortunately. People are always going to judge you. Even if you're attractive, even if you're ugly or mid-looking, it doesn't matter. Work on your looks. It's a game changer. It changes the playing field for you. In everything. Like when it comes to women, With women, you usually get that, because if you're an average guy who's watching this and you don't really have anything that makes you stand out, you're a commodity for them. You're not a gem. There's none of that thing that makes you stand out. But if you're attractive, even if you're a complete bum, you don't really need to have money. You don't need to be high status to have this. But if you're good looking, women treat you very differently compared to the average man. And I've seen it with my own eyes, guys. Because I've been in so many situations in life, not to brag, but this is just to prove a point, where I had a whole bunch of friends around me, or people who are, let's just say, they weren't gifted physically. And women were treating them like complete dirt, like they were complete garbage. Even though they were really kind, they were nice, they had all the best intentions, they were positive, they were trying to impress the girls and everything. But with me, they weren't giving me any kind of, resistance. It was natural, because that attraction is mutual, and it's biological. You can't force it. This is why when you're attractive, people are going to look at you. People are going to stare at you quite a lot. Because it's in our DNA. We want to look at things that are attractive. This is how it is. So, and also when it comes to women, speaking from experience, once again, women usually don't give you a lot of resistance when you're attractive. Because a lot of men today, and I've said this point on a lot of videos in the past, women usually, a lot of guys try to impress women with stuff, with cars, money, with designer clothes and everything, and they're always bragging in front of these girls. But with you, it's different. It's like you're natty in their eyes. You don't have to do a lot of things, because that attraction is natural. It is real. It is authentic. Whereas with a lot of these girls, this happens to a lot of sugar daddies, that attraction is manufactured. It is artificial. It is not real and genuine. It is not that burning desire. Just because you have a lot of money doesn't mean that a girl is going to want to sleep with you. In fact, there's a whole bunch of men out there who have a lot of money, but they're still struggling with women. Why? Because it's not that. They lack that genuine attraction for women. And that's so important today. So definitely work on your looks, your body game. In my opinion, your body game is part of your looks. So you can definitely improve your attraction level. You can improve your attractiveness. Straight up. This is not something that I think every single man out there, even if you're unattractive and even if you think you're unattractive, you can become a lot more attractive. There's so many ways around it. But start off with your fitness. Become fit. Work on your body. Lose that fat if you're fat. Or build some muscle. Right? Because it's going to raise your testosterone levels. And in my opinion, working out is going to make your face more squared. It's going to give you that more of that refined jawline, in my opinion. Right? It comes from testosterone. From all that kind of thing. I'm not, I have no idea about this kind of... I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to testosterone, but this is what I know. So, the bottom line is, work on your looks. It's going to help you massively. With women, with people, men are actually going to respect you a lot more. Some men, but a lot of men will hate you because you're better looking than them. It's part of life, unfortunately. They hate what they can't have. But it's a game changer. People treat you very differently, even if you do a lot of wrong things. Even if you're speeding, you're doing some, over-the-top crazy shit. Even if the police pull you over, they're going to let you off with a warning. They're not going to cite you a ticket. And I've experienced it many times myself. Or you can, sometimes you can do the wrong thing. You can treat some women unfairly, but they're going to forgive you. And yes, I know I've learned my lesson. I've been a little bit of a bad guy in the past. And I've treated a lot of people harshly and not really in the way that they should have been treated in. And I regret that. I still have some kind of remorse, but that's the past. I can't change it. So work on your looks and become more attractive. It's a game changer, particularly online with Instagram, dating apps, even Facebook, right? It makes a huge difference because it's that initial attraction, and it's not forced. It's natural, right? And that's the best thing about it. You don't have to try as hard to impress women, because all of these other guys, they want to impress money with stuff, with cars, money, and everything. So work on that. Become better looking. Work on your style. And also, at the same time, don't neglect all the other things in your life, like your communication, your social skills, your confidence, your money, right? Your career, your body. I mean, body game is part of looks, but whatever. Become a better man in every single area of life. But if a random guy came up to me and he was struggling with women and struggling with getting attraction from women, this is the first thing I would tell him. Go to the gym, work out, get lean, get jacked, work on your looks. Maybe grow a beard, or shave it off if you want to. Grow out your hair. Look good. Take care of your skin. Work out. Be active. Stay away from all the drugs, cigarettes, alcohol, and all these things. Be a complete man. Because it's so important. And just by doing that alone, you separate yourself from all the other men. You're ahead of at least 80 to 90% of men your age, if you're a young guy who's watching this. Easy. Without a shadow of doubt. So, a lot of people want to deny this. A lot of people are like, oh, looks don't matter. But, ostensibly, the same men who say that looks don't matter are usually ugly. They're unattractive themselves. So, you gotta take care of your looks. You gotta be a totally complete man today. It matters so much. So, I think it matters more than anything today. Looks, your money, and everything. It's like a whole, like today, you need to operate at a totally different hemisphere to be a good man. And it is harder, definitely, for a lot of guys. But at the same time, if you're willing to put in the work, if you're willing to sacrifice, if you're willing to actually become that man, you're not going to struggle. So, but I think that the best thing about being attractive is that you don't have to try as hard with women. Because you're that cool, confident, composed guy. You're laid off, right? You don't have to worry, and you have an abundance mindset. Because you're getting a lot of that raw, authentic attraction from women. Instead of fabricating it with your things, your money, and everything. And it's almost like you're looking for validation from all these women. But with you, it becomes irrelevant. It disappears. So, work on your looks and become a better man. Alright? Thank you guys so much for watching. I love y'all. And by the way, check out our free Discord group. It's down below.